not when we have entered some imaginary purgatory or atoned for our sins, but when we have lifted the Christ up in our conscience, then we shall be like him, for we only will be visible through us. As we retreat, the Christ advances. As we retire from the surface, the Christ takes our place. As we let go, the Christ takes hold. Our whole duty, therefore, is to clear away the obstruction so that the Christ can shine through. If someone offered us gold when they had hands full of copper, we would not consider it a hardship to drop the copper in order to grasp the gold. God is constantly pouring out his blessings upon us, but many times we, in our ignorance, cling to the personal man instead of the Christ, and thus obscure the good that otherwise might be ours. It doesn't make difference how brightly the sun may be shining if we persist in walking on the shady side of the street because we have always taken that side. Then we shall fail to receive the rich benefits of the sun's rays. It is God's plan that everyone should be happy, healthy, prosperous, and free. If we are not expressing these qualities, it is evidence that we are holding adverse thoughts that should be erased from our consciousness. We must dissolve the belief in evil before good can appear. We must give up the lesser, the greater may be manifest. When viewed in this light, surrender becomes a joyous adventure instead of a religious duty. And with each overcoming, the way becomes easier and the way decreases. The method of surrender, most frequently mentioned in the Bible, is one where the sacrifice is placed upon the altar and the fire is lighted by the priest. This is the trial and error method of the human mind, in which the individual tries to destroy his false belief in evil manifestation by personal will and the power of denial. It is like trying to lift ourselves by our bootstraps and ends most often in a frustration and defeat. The other, and by far the most successful method, is where the offering is placed upon the altar and God sends the fire from heaven to consume it. And when Solomon had made an end of praying, the fire came down from heaven and consumed the offering, and the glory of the Lord filled the house, Solomon's consciousness. We too may use Solomon's method if we wish, but we must give the problem wholly to God. The words made an end of praying means literally when Solomon had learned to obey and trust God. The fire from heaven will consume our offering and transmute our false beliefs into true beliefs and our false thoughts into true thoughts if we fully surrender them and trust Him. We must, of course, change our thoughts and keep them changed. But we must also keep in mind that it is the Father within that does the work and not we ourselves. In this realization, our demonstrations are easily and quickly made. The appearance of the new man keeps pace with the disappearance of the old. The evolution of the soul begins with sacrifices on the material plane. If the true thought of God is to express through us, then we must eliminate from our consciousness all that is untrue. Is your offering a false appetite, a desire of passion that you cannot control and which is detrimental to your health and welfare? Then you can offer it to God in words such as these. Father, I lay this desire upon the altar of your love. I let go of it freely and completely, and I trust you to transmute it into a desire for spiritual food. The greater good that you want me to have. I know that I shall be filled and satisfied by the living God. Is your offering one of personal relationship, a loved one, friend, or personality whom you have sought to possess or bind too tightly in your mind? Would you like to release it and thus bring it closer to you in the name of the Spirit? Then you can accomplish this by using some such statement as this. Father, I know that blank is your child. I, as one having authority, strive to do your will toward him and toward all of your children who come into my life in any way. But I now relinquish all personal responsibility and all feeling of ownership toward him. I henceforth think of blank as your child, and yours alone, an agent sent to bless and to serve the whole world as your beloved Son. I know that all are my dear ones and all people everywhere are your children, and I have no personal claim upon any one of them. I give them into your hands and think of each one as your free child, even as I am your free child. I now place all feeling of personal relationships upon this altar, and know that it is even now being dissolved and transmuted into the eternal love which is God. In this way,